And that's how to break dance.
What's up guys, this is your boy Coach Sambo. I have great news for you. That's right, my air chair tutorial is now online. In this video, we're gonna check out the easiest way to learn the tap mill. Coming up. Started breaking? Well, I got some great news because I have just released my new masterclass for beginners, packed with moves and full of the best tips and tricks for beginners, simplified to a point where anybody can learn how to break properly. Now, why should you learn from my masterclass when today the internet provides us with so many beginner classes already? Good question. Well, the reason is experience. At 33 years of age today, I have been teaching and coaching for well over 15 years now, learning and developing my own teaching methods throughout the years, growing to a point where I got my students to travel and compete and win events over the whole world, all from scratch, coming from a small country most people never heard of. That's why you want to learn from my masterclass. And this masterclass is divided into multiple sections: history, knowledge, tons of top rocks, blow-ups, footwork, freezes, power moves, all at beginner's level and all very well explained by your man Coach Sambo. This masterclass is basically 2 years of breaking knowledge, all squeezed together smoothly in a 70-minute video. So if you're just starting out with breaking, then the Coach Sambo Beginners Masterclass is made for you. You can find this masterclass alongside many others on my website, coachsambo.com. Peace! What's up, losers? My name's Kyle, and in this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to be f***ing extreme.
Hello everybody, my name is Jean-Bernard. Well, actually, it's Jean-François Bernard de la Duchesse. Also, the Bboy call me Bboy JB, so you can look for me on the Instagram, especially if you are the cute girl.
Hello everyone, my name is Steve. I'm on the streets of Basingstoke, they call me Steven. In this very unconventional tutorial, I'll show you guys how to drop down to the floor by using a minimum amount of energy necessary. Guten Tag everyone, my name is Chris. And today in this video I will show you how to make the handstand with the spritzen.
Hello and buongiorno, my name is Giovanni, and Bboy's making for me the name G-Style because of the Giovanni. And in this tutorial I will show you how to make it beautiful the windmill.
And that's how to break dance.
She is teaching 152,000 people how to do floor work or footwork. I don't even know anymore, you know what I mean? Like, all right, I really want to read some of these comments real quick. Let's start 2021 with a bang. Coach Sambo group sessions on Zoom are now open for registration. But what does this all mean? It all starts by going to my website, coachsambo.com, and checking out the available classes that are coming up. Select the classes you want to attend and then get your ticket. Once the ticket has been purchased, you'll receive an email with the Zoom link, giving you access to the class when the time comes. Classes are limited to 30 people at the moment, so make sure you act fast if you want to join. And once the class has started, I will be giving participants an hour-and-a-half training session with very clear exercises, tips, and most important of all, feedback. And that's why these sessions are going to be so productive and amazing as I scan throughout the screens looking for people to take to that next level. Interested? Head on over to my website and look throughout the different classes and make sure you fit the recommendations for that specific class. Now, before attending one of my classes, it's really important for you to watch the instructional video that you can find on the website or in the description right here under this video. These instructions will make sure that we don't waste time so we can get straight to work and make the class as productive as possible. No classes that fit your need? Just send me a message on Instagram telling me what classes you think are a good idea, and if the requests on this are high, I just might add an extra class to the calendar. So I hope to see you real soon in one of my online Zoom group sessions, because at the end of the day, my good friends, when you think about it, it's just all about that B-boy shit. What's up guys, this is your boy Coach Sambo right here, and today in this video we're going to check out my top 10 B-boy showcases ever.
coach.
You animal!
Are you having trouble going from a windmill to an Airflare?
Whoa, how did you know, bro?
Well, I have really great news for you because I will be showing you the smartest and most efficient way for you to learn that combo. So if you want to be able to go from a windmill to a 90 or a windmill to an Airflare or a windmill to whatever, just head on over to my YouTube channel, look for the windmill to handstand tutorial and start putting in the work. And besides the windmill to handstand tutorial, you will find tons of other tutorials and breaking videos. So why waste time?
Take yourself to the next level.
Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's all about that B-boy shit. Airflare exercises. That's right. After 15 years of coaching and teaching tons of kids how to perform Airflares, with the help of 2 of my finest students, I've gathered 100 of the most important Airflare exercises that we use to help speed up the process of learning Airflares. This video is divided in 6 different parts. Part 1 are Airflare preparation exercises. Part 2 is tons of different walkover exercises designed to help you get more comfortable and work on your form. Part 3 are exercises adding your hop to the Airflare, boosting up your confidence and control. In part 4, I give you exercises on how to lower your Airflare, which a lot of people are asking for. Part 5 is a section dedicated just for elbow Airflare. And then finally, the last part of this video are going to be complex Airflare variations, playing with your levels and creating different variations with your Airflare. So if you're working on your Airflare, this Airflare Masterclass is exactly what you need. This video is available for purchase on my website. So head on over to CoachSambo.com so you can take yourself to that next level. Peace!
You're going to bring it forward and back. Try that again.
I'm not gonna lie, this could be really dope. That CC kick up. I like that, man. I bet you, Robin from Top 9, you would actually, you know, he could transform that into something really sick.
And that's how to break dance.
What's up guys, this is your boy Coach Sambo. I have great news for you. That's right, my air chair tutorial is now online.
In this video, we're gonna check out the easiest way to learn the tap mill. Coming up. Started breaking? Well, I got some great news because I have just released my new masterclass for beginners, packed with moves and full of the best tips and tricks for beginners, simplified to a point where anybody can learn how to break properly. Now, why should you learn from my masterclass when today the internet provides us with so many beginner classes already? Good question. Well, the reason is experience. At 33 years of age today, I have been teaching and coaching for well over 15 years now, learning and developing my own teaching methods throughout the years, growing to a point where I got my students to travel and compete and win events over the whole world, all from scratch, coming from a small country most people never heard of. That's why you want to learn from my masterclass. And this masterclass is divided into multiple sections: history, knowledge, tons of top rocks, blow-ups, footwork, freezes, power moves, all at beginner's level and all very well explained by your man Coach Sambo. This masterclass is basically 2 years of breaking knowledge, all squeezed together smoothly in a 70-minute video. So if you're just starting out with breaking, then the Coach Sambo Beginners Masterclass is made for you. You can find this masterclass alongside many others on my website, CoachSambo.com. Peace! Check 1 2. What's up, party people in the place to be? It's Saturday night and you are now joining live here with Coach Sambo on Coach Sambo's weekly Saturday night live streams, right? And I don't know where you might be watching this from, Let me know where you're watching this from. Are you from Russia? Are you from Japan? Are you from the United States of America? Or are you from a little town or a little country called Belgium? Let me know where you're watching this from, because Coach Sambo is here live every Saturday night for you guys and ready to drop them bombs. And as always having those quality guests joining us, sharing that valuable knowledge, of course, so we can extract those valuable lessons from the people that we have here joining the live stream. All right, so where are you guys watching? New tutorial coming out this Sunday. Every Sunday, new tutorial coming out. What's coming out this Sunday? It's flare to Airflare, the transition from flare to Airflare. Coming out Sunday. It's gonna be tomorrow at 8. I think it's releasing tomorrow at 8. Definitely check that out, because a lot of you guys are working on flare to Airflares, and I have some very, very awesome tips, amazing tips for you guys in that video. Also tomorrow I have the Zoom class session, power moves. We're gonna be working on basic power moves, cleaning up flares, cleaning up head spins, cleaning up windmills, you know, working on transitions like windmill head spins and stuff like that. So if you're working on all of that, definitely join us. Check out my website, coachsambo.com, and there you will find all the info you need to join us. So what's up? If you're just tuning in, welcome. Right now, let me introduce you to somebody that I've been looking up to for a while. I remember him on the DVD that my mom gave me in 2003, and it was the UK B-Boy Championships 2002. And you know, I knew everybody from that DVD. I watched it before school, after school, you know, 24/7 watching that DVD. And that was the first time I maybe saw him, but he's been breaking for way longer than then. And that's why this guy is so iconic, because he's been breaking, you know, ever since we were like really small, and he's still keeping it raw and still very, very active in the scene. So of course, no one other than the main man, Bboy Wicked. Oh yeah, and he's got the tie, the little bow tie right there in the red color, matching the whole freaking thing. The whole yo, you it looks like you've been sitting down there for a while, you know what I mean? You're used to it. What's up, Wicked? How you doing, man?
Ever since last night, I've been sitting here just trying to prepare and get ready for your show. I gotta come correct.
Bro, yo, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us right here on the live stream. You know, I think most of the people that are watching this YouTube channel are young, upcoming B-boys and B-girls, and you know, I do believe it's very important for them to learn from the right people. And you know what I'm saying? Having you on the show right here, like I'm telling them, this man right here, well, on that side right there, he's the real people, you know what I mean? Could you please give us a, you know, like a short introduction? Tell us who is Bboy Wicked. Tell us, you know, the details that I don't know of and what I would love to know. Like give us the Bboy Wicked story. If they would make a movie out of you, what would be those highlights, my friend?
Oh man, I'll tell you this. Bboy Wicked is from San Francisco, California. 42 years. I'm gonna be 43 this year, September 30th. And honestly, I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to be in the NBA until somebody at the park was like, you know, you're never gonna be in the NBA, right? And I was like 12, 13 years old. So going through middle school and then high school, just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life, you know, and luckily it was a point in time where in the Bay Area at the time was hip hop was really just a huge underground raw culture that I wanted to be a part of.
What year was this?
I would say 90, 91, 92, something like that. And what really caught my eye was watching, I have friends that were, you know, older and they would go to these events called showcases. They weren't event cases. And at these showcases, I was old enough to get out for a little bit, and luckily I was like watching DJ Qbert, Mixmaster Mike, DJ Apollo, and I was just in awe. Like, what is this? You know, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be just like them, and you know, and scratch like them. And so my first love for hip hop was trying to be a DJ, and long story short, one of my friends, his older brother had equipment, and we would go to his house every day after school, scratching and just trying to be like Hubert and them. Until one day we came to the house and the needles were gone. So I looked at my friend like, yo, the needles are gone. And then what happened was his brother found and then hid the needles from us. So, you know, we were heartbroken, we were depressed. We were like, what are we gonna do now?
Was he a hater?
He was a hater for sure.
Jesus.
I mean, here we are. We're like, you know, 13 years old, scratching on their equipment while they're at, you know.
Oh,
so
right.
that broke our heart. So after that, we're like, what are we gonna do now? And then my friend was like, shit, you want to start breakdancing? And that's how we started breaking.
Hey, that's a, you know, that's a pretty not so common story right there. You know, it's like, so where did you get those first moves from? Where did you?
Well, of course, you know, we were watching Beat Street and whatever was on video, and my friends were also hooked up with a group called the Knuckleneck Tribe, which is a legendary dance group in the Bay Area in San Francisco, Daly City. And they were breaking. They were house dancing. They were breaking, you know, freestyling. So luckily, I was around that culture that was like in the same city. You know, I was able to see them practice. I was able to see them perform. So once we couldn't, you know, once the DJing thing was like cut off, we just started practicing, and we just started, you know, watching the videos that my friend had of the practices of the performances. And what really set it off was this one party in San Francisco. It was called on the video, it was called the Raffles Party. And you had people like Easy Rock, Little Caesar, Nonstop and Fresh, DJ Cuber, Mixmaster Mike. You had everybody. Zulu Gremlin was at this party, and everybody.
These parties must have been crazy.
It was crazy. I mean, I didn't know that I was, you know, this lucky to be in the city where, you know, all this hip hop culture was around me. And what was whack is that, you know, I was so young that I couldn't go out. You know, I had to be home by like 5 p.m. And, you know, this party happened to be on a weekday. And, you know, I wasn't able to go, but I saw the video the next day. My friend showed me the video, and I was just blown away. Like, we were like, yo, look at all these dances that we could copy. You know? You know, so we would try to imitate when Little Caesar got down, when Easy Rock was, you know, it was just, you know, this video was just what really set it off.
Wow. Well, you know, talking about that time, that era, right? It's like, I never got to witness it, but however, the videos that I got to see in my beginner years were kind of that era. And that's definitely something I want to touch on in this subject, is definitely, you know, because you've been around for quite a while, you've seen a lot of evolutions and you see a lot of things change throughout the scene. But before we get to that, I want to know a little more first before I ask you the next question. So what happened when you decided, all right, I'm gonna become Bboy Wicked, I'm gonna become legendary? Like, when did that happen, and how did that happen?
Well, it wasn't even about becoming, you know, the best. It was just, what happened was, I was just getting really good at how to do flares, and then learning how to combine them like Easy Rock or whoever we were studying at the time. And once my passion started everything else in my life, you know, I dropped out of school. You know, I went against what my parents, what my grandmother wanted. You know, she wanted me to graduate. I dropped out. I think I was like a sophomore or something like that. And, you know, breaking just took over. So once I realized that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, that's all I did every day, 9-10 hours a day. It's like your students, you know. So, and I was still young, you know, and what was crazy is that my parents thought I was still going to school, you know, for like this whole year. I've been in school. I would walk from my house, and the school was on the same block. It was on the same block. I walked past the school every day and went to my his name is Politics. He's the coach. He's the coach of Renegades, and he was our coach. Even though he was the popper, but he understood how to create these combinations. You know, these power combinations.
He understood the dance.
Yeah. So every day I would walk past the school, go to his house because he was doing homeschool, and we would just watch videos every day and just study Little Caesar, Nonstop and Fresh, the Japanese Breakers, Storm and Maurizio, you know. So that's all I did. It was just breaking all day, every day.
Dope, man. I like to hear that because, well, basically, I know you as a b-boy for such a long time, but these are the stories, like, you know, we get the time to hear right now and know where you kind of come from. Absolutely crazy. So, hey, before we really touch on breaking and stuff like that, I just want to ask a little more questions about you. So the first thing is, how do you manage to stay so freaking positive all the time and supportive? Because that's something I really noticed, that like there's just some kind of honest energy about you, just being super supportive towards everyone and always positive. It's you're gonna see almost sarcasm, like this humor, but you know what I mean? It's always enlightening. How do you, like, you obviously you're older than me, you went through more than me, like, tell me what's your secret, bro? Help us, give us those tips.
You know, I have a really good acting coach, and I could give you his number afterwards, and you know, it's just all an act, really. I'm joking.
You're kidding, right? Oh, thank God. You're like,
so after a while, I don't know. I mean, I just realized at a certain point in my life that it's not about me anymore. You know, I don't have that fire to be a competitor. I mean, I may do one a year with the Renegades if I want to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, I just feel like my play is to be a provider. You know, I want to use all my platforms to highlight the breaking scene, or whoever needs to learn, whoever I may be. You know, if it's DJing, making beats, breaking, you know, teaching, whatever it is, whatever. I just need to help the scene and provide the scene with my platform. So that, you know, that's pretty much what gives me peace nowadays. Like, I don't care about, you know, if this guy is better than me, if I lost this, if I can't do Flare 90 anymore. I mean, I want to help people just be better than me and not have to go through the obstacles that I did, you know. So I'm just here to help. That's all.
That's really dope. And tell me how, like, if you don't mind me asking, how old you are at this point?
42.
42. So
I'm 42, but I smell like I'm 28.
Smelling fresh, huh? So tell us. I'm 33 right now, heading towards 34. How do you stay fit, but most of all, how do you stay like light for your breaking and stuff like that? Do you have a routine? Do you have some kind of, you know, magic formula?
There's this guy. His name is Flowmaster, and he will not let me off the hook. He'll just, you know, he's the guy that taught me how to do footwork. I learned all my foundation from Flow. Before Flow, I was just straight up. I was a power head. I didn't dance. I mean, the music got me hyped, but I didn't connect to the music. So once I met Flow, he made that bridge. He put the 2 and 2 together and showed me how to be that complete b-boy. And what I do today is because of Flow. So every time, you know, if he's busy and I'm busy and we don't talk, he'll always chime in and be like, Wicked, you better be practicing. Wicked, you better not be getting fat. Wicked, you better. I'm like, damn, this mother, you know. So I have no choice, you know. And plus, it's just routine, you know. It's just what I've been doing for, you know, most of my life. And I feel like, you know, to be in this game and to be somebody that can coach, be a provider. I feel like I still need to be in the game in somewhat decent shape to teach a 6-step, to show somebody head spins, you know. So, and it's, you know, I think it's just fun, you know. I think it's just fun that I can still break at the age, you know, of 42, and you know, I'm gonna keep breaking till the wheels fall off.
I love that. And so basically what you're saying right now is you never quit.
I mean, I did quit for a couple years, which was a huge mistake.
Tell me about this so we don't make this
so
mistake.
I mean, I love DJing, right?
Yeah.
So even like when I started breaking, I was always around music. The leader of Renegades, his name is Octaviano. He's a singer. So every time after practice, the studio just happened to be up the street from my house. So after practice, he would drop me off, and then he would go to the studio and record. And I was like, well, shit, I'm gonna go with you because I don't want to go home yet. So I would just hang out with them in the studio and watch them record vocals and produce albums and all kinds of, you know. So I was just around it, and I knew that exactly what I wanted to do. I also want to make music just like these guys. This is something dope. It's you know, it's another element of hip hop. And
sure.
So ever since like the early 90s, making music. So what happened, I would say like maybe 2010, 2011 or something like that, I quit breaking, which was stupid. But I quit breaking to pursue music, to learn how to make beats, to learn how to produce, to learn how to rap, to learn how to sing, and to, you know, all of that. But I realized after that couple of years,
which is maybe like maybe the only valid excuse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, but still, like,
still
I think
hip-hop.
it was a mistake. Yeah, it is, but it was a mistake to stop because then I lost touch with the scene, and that, and you know, the scene is who I am, you know. So there was no reason for me to stop. I just needed to learn how to balance. I'm a Libra too, by the way, so I like to do a lot. I need a balancing act, you know. So, you know, back then I didn't know how to balance everything. So I realized that was a huge mistake, and I'll never do that again. So, you know, you'll see me trying to do everything.
Well, I'm sure the B-boy scene has forgiven you, bro.
I appreciate y'all.
Like, he's back. Hey, really quick, what year is this? Tell us about this era.
Yo, this was last week. Yo, look at this is crazy. All right, so look, I think that person you see sitting right there by the mirror is Cross One.
Seriously?
That's Cross right there. Yeah. And then so this is where we practice at. This is San Francisco State University. This had to be like 1995, right after we won the first radio show. It wasn't the Style Elements battle. It was before that against Freestyle. And yeah, so if you see above these mirrors is a window that we used to climb through. We had to climb a tree and creep through the window, jump to the floor.
Sneak in there.
Practice. Yeah, we snuck in.
Oh, bro, that's
so
real,
you know,
B-boy.
we're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be here. The music was kind of low. There's security. You know, there's security going all over the campus. So we were just like, all right, y'all, we're in, but we got to keep it kind of chill, even though we were doing all this inside.
Yo, that's like something the youth is never gonna like know, right? Sneaking into a place, and
man.
Maybe with these lockdowns, people maybe, you know, go to practice this way. But you know, back then, that's like the possibilities weren't there, right?
It was rough. There was no
rough.
Studios that would let us. You know, we didn't think about us. We're like, studios. What the heck is a dance studio? You know, we would try to be at like recreation centers or parks or clubhouses, and you know, so Ak was like, yo, we could go to State and practice, you know, because that's with practice and Knuckleneck Tribe. And so once I got down with the crew, I was like, yo, this is court. Look how big this room is huge.
It was
perfect.
Know,
and the only thing that was crazy was that we had to avoid getting caught, you know, because we got caught a few times and we're breakdancing, and the security be like, I mean, you guys are like 15 years late. What are you guys doing here?
You're wasting your time, son. Breakdancing, you're wasting your time.
Yeah, so let me tell you. So this room right here, this is what we call the piano room, because there's a grand right by that door, and this is how would practice to prepare for freestyle, to prepare for style elements.
All right.
This is what we practice.
Did you ever perform a headspin on that piano?
Say.
So
I mean, we were kids. We did a lot of crazy things. I mean, we did freezes and popped off of the piano into hay. We were kids, you know. It was. I mean, we probably did, you know.
Hyperactive.
We did a lot of stupid things back then, for sure.
So moving through time before the headspins we just saw right now.
This was afterwards. This is in 1999, B-Boy Summit. Now, this is the first time that I disappeared for a year. So 1997, 98, I disappeared because I got hired to do a job with Mr. Wiggles, Mr. Freeze, Jazzy J, Skeeter Rabbit, Poppin' Pete, Flowmaster. This is how I met them, and I performed with them at a show called Manhattan in Las Vegas. And what was funny is that they hired me because, you know, I had power, I had some big moves that would be good for stage, but I didn't know how to do any routines. I didn't know how to do any footwork. I knew how to do my, like, what I thought footwork was, but to actually, like, do these routines with them, it was just so, like, it was not what footwork was. So once Flo saw it, he was like, oh shit, here we go.
Here we go again.
He was like, we gotta teach Wicked how to break, y'all. I mean, that time changed my life because it transformed me to who I am today. And so I want to touch on that battle real quick against K-Mel and Wicked. So I disappeared for a year, and people know me as Powerhead, you know, Radiotron. So once they saw me battle here, it was kind of bittersweet because it was dope to, you know, for people to say that, hey, look at Wicked. He's like a complete B-boy now. He got character. He's rocking to the beat. He's dancing. He got his foundation. But on the other hand, there were people that were like, yo, Wicked just fucking left. He don't even do power no more. He just left us in the dark, y'all. Like, he don't even rock. He don't rock with us no more. Like, all the power heads like, yo, Wicked. Yo, they brainwashed him. You know, it was a funny time back then, man. It was like you were either a power head or you had style like Rocksteady. Pick your poison, you know. So for people, I'm rocking with Rocksteady and starting to do footwork. They were like, yo, he betrayed us. A power trader.
Tell us a little bit, you know, ever since you started out with battles, let's just say battles, right? How have battle rounds evolved for you over time? Like the you know, like the standard of doing a round in a jam and trying to get to that next round, how has it evolved into what it is today? Tell us the whole, like, your vision on that.
Well, for me, as a competitor, there was no strategy back then. It was just go in and kill it and just smoke whoever's in front of you. No strategy. Just, you know, you practice all day, every day, every week. You just go out there and battle and smoke whoever's in front of you. Especially if
that's the strategy.
Yeah, especially if Flowmaster was your partner, your partner in crime. Right when we step into the event, it's like, all right, who's running the circle? Oh, let's go over this circle. They ain't gonna run a circle. We gonna run a circle. And I'm just like, oh shit, here we go. You know, but now there's strategy. There's preparing, you know, the mental aspect. If your mental ain't right from the gate, you shouldn't be battling. So, you know, the last competition that I battled in was freestyle session, you know, the 40 and over category. So to prepare for that, started in January. Flo was like, all right, Wicked, you want to do this? All right, we starting right now, January 2nd. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I'm prepared, bro.
Oh,
Coach
man,
Sambo
I can't-
always prepared, bro.
Yo, Sambo, you the truth, bro. I mean, so what's crazy is that my opponent right here in the finals, Artson.
Yeah. I love this
produced his
footwork
music.
pattern, by the way. I love this loop you do with like the slide under your. I love it. So yeah, so
Appreciate it, bro.
this was the final, right?
Yeah, so Artson, we're homies, man. Like that's an artist that I produce. I produce his music. I mix and master his albums. And to realize that, damn, I'm a battle Artson in the finals was just like you're gonna battle your brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because leading up to this, we were on the phone every day, emailing every day, like, no, you got to change this part of the song, you got to change this, you got to up, you know, this sounds too bright, it sounds too whatever.
And then
So-
you just
so
finished
this
up battling
day-
each other. Yeah.
So this day, I'm like, I gotta just, he's not my friend. He's an enemy. I'm out to smoke it. I don't care who he is, what we've, you know, it was just
Hey,
so.
that's battle, right?
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm just like, damn, this is fucked up, you know? But I was, honestly, Sammo, I was under a spell for the whole year. I was under Flo's spell. Whatever he told me to do, I would do. I would, you know, if he told me to jump off a bridge, I would have jumped off a bridge. So
He's
right
the
when
sensei.
he's the sensei. So right when we got to the finals, he was like, Wicked, you go out there and destroy this guy. I don't give a fuck who he is. You destroy it. I'm like, all right, it's on. Let's go. Yeah. So there's strategy. There's strategy now. There has to be strategy. You gotta be mentally prepared. You gotta be physically, you know, your practice gotta be on point. You know, your coach gotta know like how to train you. And yeah, I mean, there's a whole strategy now.
There's a whole strategy. Talking about this strategy that you need to have right now, you are judging a lot of competitions these days. Big competitions. I'm talking about the big stages worldwide, you know, like, and that's the perfect place for you to be, right? But when you're sitting in that chair and you're judging the people that are competing, what is the ultimate result of that good strategy? What are you looking for as a judge?
As a judge on these big events, the lights are big, worldwide, you got millions of viewers. I mean, everybody is gonna be dope. It really comes down to who's gonna show up, who's gonna execute, who's gonna own this stage, whose stage is this? Who's gonna say this is my stage? I don't give a damn who you are. This is my stage. And it really comes down to who's really just gonna show that this is what I've trained for. I'm the king, I'm the queen. Nobody's gonna stop me. I don't care how big these lights are. I don't care how many cameras are in front of me. I'm out here to do one thing, and that's to win. You know, so, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are very talented that get to these big events and they fold under pressure. You know, you see them all year killing it at different events, you know, raw, like underground events with you know, the wackest, the floor could be whack, the music could be whack, and you just see them killing it all year. But once they get to the big stage and see all these people, you're live streaming in front of the whole world, they fold. So it really comes down to who is mentally prepared to win.
Who is mentally prepared to win?
Because if your mental ain't right from the gate, it's a wrap. It's like you don't even you already lost. You know, you almost have to be
Totally
not
agree
almost.
with you. Yeah, I totally
Not
agree.
almost, not almost, but you have to be delusional. Like fucking yo, Sammo. January 2nd, 2018, I was delusional. Like I wrote on my whiteboard, you already won freestyle session 40 and over. And I didn't even really start training yet. You know, I was just delusional. And that just had my mind like focused on one thing all the way till November. And what's crazy is all the way up until the event, people that I thought I would have trouble battling, they started losing before even I saw them. They started like this, oh shit, this dude lost? What? Oh, damn, he lost too. And then I just started realizing, yo, all I gotta do is just show up and do what I do. Because it's already, it's already or you already won, just like you said. You know, I was delusional. So you gotta be crazy, bro.
You gotta be crazy, bro. I love that's a freaking quote I would love to use, man. You gotta be crazy.
But look, Sambo, it's like you can't be delusional and not put in the work.
Oh, no,
you gotta
of course
put in
not.
the work.
It's the work
you
that
know,
makes you delusional. You right? Like, you work so freaking hard. You can't, you know, there's like, you're not believing in it, and you're not, you know, using your fantasy. You're actually believing you can do it because you're doing it at every freaking practice.
Every practice, I was straight up delusional. Like, Flo would tell me, all right, Wicked, before you go to practice, you take a cold shower for 10 minutes. And I'm like, 10 minutes? It's Flo, really? Wicked, you take a cold shower, you put on some James Brown, and you just top like the whole time. And then when you get to practice, you battle everybody at practice. After you're done battling, you go home. You don't stick around, you don't practice set, you don't create, you battle everybody at practice, and then you go home. And that's exactly what I did. Oh my gosh. Highly recommended, especially if you're competing, if you're a competitor and you know that all these events, there's events every weekend there's an event. You know, now you have events online, of course, but you always got to be ready. Like today, the scene is, you got to be, if you're competing, you know, you're going against Gravity, you're going against Pocket, you're going against Tata, you're going against Meno, you're going against like savages, you know. So you always got to be ready. You always got to prepare, and you have to battle at practice. Otherwise, it's like, what you doing this for? You know, you got to spar.
Yeah, well, you know, training a lot of youngsters, you know, a lot of the time you kind of see the mentality of, oh, I'm a chill right now, but once I battle, then I'll do the work. But it doesn't work like that, right?
Nah, you got to put the work in practice, as if that's the event. You know, you have to battle out. You got to get your ass whooped at practice.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to get your ass. Yeah.
So, so we went through what you were looking for as a judge, and you said you wanted to see someone that really owns the stage, right? And I do believe that we're touching on something that I believe is really important right now, and that's character. And, you know, there's different types of character, right? There's like, you know, being able to entertain, right? And being able to, you know, to really perform and have the you know, the visuals on your face and the expressions and stuff like that. But then there's another form of character, and that's like more like the character in your breaking, like the forms and the shadows you create. And that's something I believe, well, I personally think that you really have, is, you know, when we see your form in your footwork, your form and the way you execute certain moves has its own character, and I'm not even talking about the facial expressions. So I would like to just touch on that and like see if you have any tips for people working on character, or people maybe that lack of character. And guys, when I'm talking about character, I'm not talking about, you know, being able to act like a clown in the middle of the battle. I'm really talking about giving your style as a b-boy or a b-girl character. And that's the question I'm asking my man right here.
Well, that's a great question, Sammo. And the way that my character was born was, I had to learn how to do this footwork during that Manhattan show. I was on stage every night, and I just had to, because I would look down the whole time. I didn't look at the crowd. There were thousands of people every night, and they were telling me, Wicked, you gotta look at the crowd. You can't be scared. You're on stage with us. You can't look scared. So I would just put on an act. If I was smiling like the biggest smile ever. If I felt like I did something ill, you would see the biggest like mean mug ever, you know. And I would, at that point, I was trying to imitate Ken Swift, Mr. Wiggles, Flowmaster, because I didn't know. I was just like, okay, I don't know really. I'm gonna just do what they do. So I became so good at being like Flo, being like Kenny, that it kind of hurt. It kind of hurt who I was, like who is B-Boy Wicked, you know. because I was looking like Ken Swift. Everything I did was either Ken Swift, Flowmaster, Mr. Freeze, Wiggles. I tried to look just like them, and that really hurt my originality. So, but you know, you gotta learn. You gotta start somewhere. You just can't hang on to exactly what these guys do.
And that's definitely, I think that's definitely already something you might want to write down. You know, if you're a young, upcoming b-boy or b-girl, you're working on moves, you're working on your own kind of style. And what he just said right there is like, don't attach too much to, you know, your idols, right? It's really good to look at your idols and be inspired by your idols. But at some point, you're going to have to let go and kind of find your own kind of way, right? Please continue. Sorry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, at this point in time, we were doing a show every day, so everything was too fast. Like, they couldn't tell me everything. It was like a, you know, you gotta, this is speed, like you're speeding through school. You know, we can't tell you everything. You gotta figure this shit out. You're a grown-ass man. You gotta figure, we're teaching you how to break. You're on stage, you're getting, yeah, you gotta figure this shit out, bro. We're not gonna tell you everything, you know? So I had to understand that, like, I have to understand who I am as an individual and who is B-Boy Wicked. No, your B-Boy Wicked looks just like Ken Swift. B-Boy Wicked looks just like Flo. I mean, you got to figure this shit out. Everyone's different. But tracking back to being on stage and competing, I mean, you have to have both. It's not only the character in your form, but also being a performer. You have to make eye contact. You have to be funny. You have to, you know, it's from beginning to end. Right when you step into the cypher, boom, light switch on, the character on, all the way through your solo.
It's party time.
All the way back. You got to stay on the whole time until you go backstage. And then you can be like, all right, let me get some hot dogs or something.
Then we
but from the moment you step out, character on. You can't break that character. Otherwise, I can see right through you. This is an act. I don't believe you. As a judge, I need to be like, yeah.
First round. Battle. Battle. I want to go to Jamaica.
Boom.
0.
I'm getting new, still a little new.
First round. Battle. Battle. I want to go to Jamaica.
To watch.
I mean, the character, once you step into that cipher with the character strong, it don't matter what you do. As long as you stay committed to that character, everything is going to look dope. Even if you mess up. I mean, from the gate, right when I stepped out, you know, the stage at the UK Championships it's like a hip hop concert. And they are like one of the rawest spectators ever because they love hip hop, they love breaking. And as soon as they see you killing it, the energy is just like, it's just so big, and that makes you so confident that your character is going to be magnified even more. So, I mean, you really just have to stay committed all the way through. And no matter what happens, you just got to stay committed to the character.
It's definitely another something that you touched on right here. Definitely some great tips, man. I'm sure the people are loving it. Yo, if you're just tuning in right here, yo, it's your man Coach Sambo right here with the legendary B-Boy Wicked, right here. And look at that. He's got his bow tie on, especially matching the whole channel. It's amazing. Always bringing in
Just
the good
for you,
vibes.
bro.
Thank you so much, man. That's an honor. Yo, it's like, you know, the other day I was talking with Machine. Now I'm talking with you. It's like, you know, I'm not saying casual, but, you know, if I would have known this 10 to 15 years ago, that this would have been possible and this would be going down right now, I would have, you know, I would have freaked out. But anyways, again, I want to thank you for joining in right now. So, of course, a few more questions and a few more clips I want to go over with you really quick. Let's just go back to this UK Champs thing really quick. Mad style, mad character, flavor, but yeah, just bringing raw power moves. But, you know, for the people watching in, all the upcoming B-boys and B-girls, just try and look at his form and the way, how tight his movements are. Definitely something you want to look at and something you want to memorize when competing. And definitely after that backspin right there, inverted pilot freeze, and then
You gotta stay committed all the way through. All the way through. Even if you mess up, take your committed, messed up ass out of the cipher.
That's well said. Bro, how do you balance out, let's just say somebody has mad character, but 0 moves, versus somebody with mad moves, but 0 character? Like, is there a balance, or is one worth more than the other?
That's a great question. It always happens, and it really comes down to the vibe that I get, the feeling that I get. Because how do you judge that? Everyone's gonna judge that differently. So how I do it is, I'm just like, okay, this is one of those battles where it's just it just doesn't matter. You know, whoever you pick, people are gonna hate on because of whatever. But what you truly feel like, my job, my job as a judge, this is why I'm hired for these type of situations. So it really comes down to the vibe. Okay, who am I really feeling here? Who's giving me goosebumps? Who am I gravitating toward? If it's the power guy, because the energy was there, the dynamics was right. If it's the guy with the flavor or the girl with the flavor, because the music was connecting, the vibe was, it just really has to be the moment. Like, you know, it has to be, it's just a feeling, you know, it's a feeling for me. Things happen, it really comes down to the feeling.
The feeling, who's feeling it? Like, you could be doing your power moves, but still be feeling it. That could definitely take, like, the overhand, right?
The thing is like, your job is to make me a believer. Make me believe in you. Like, yo, I believe this. Yo, this power shit is crazy. Like, I believe it. You know, don't, you know, because I can see. And another thing too is, like, I'm watching these competitors, and I'm looking at their face. You know, somebody could be the illest, throw the illest power around, but their face is like right down. You know, or not even acknowledging that the judges are here, the crowd is here. Oh, this part of the music just, you know, I'm like, you're so caught up into your practice. Is like, that's another thing I wanted to say. Don't do what you do at practice. You gotta be in the moment and react to the music. What's going on right now? Don't do what you do at practice. You gotta react and be in the moment. So make me a believer. Otherwise, I'm like,
Yo, take notes, guys. Wicked will vote against you for your face. All right, dope, but that definitely makes sense. Like, somebody could do like a crazy round with amazing content, but just that face staying neutral, and basically that person not connecting to any kind of emotion at that moment, and not creating a moment, and that could definitely make that person lose a round, in your opinion, right? That's what we're saying.
Yeah,
here, right?
I mean, Sammo, look, everyone today who's competing on a big stage, everybody is dope now. Everybody is dope. What's gonna make you stand out? Character. We talked about character.
Freaking character, bro. Exactly.
If you ain't got that character, you out of here.
Take notes. freaking character, guys. Get that character. You can get them for $9.99 right now with your man Wicked.
Hit me in the DM.
Hit him in the DM. All right, let's move on. I got a few more questions right here. So let's just head on over to some footage. So just talk about freestyle session really quick. All right. Do you, if you know, God help us, if these lockdowns, you know, manage to pass on and we return back to the normal situations in life.
It really depends. It really depends on my situation. If I'm motivated to do it, I'm trying to do so much right now. I'm trying to make music. I'm trying to produce my YouTube content, just like you are. I'm trying to do a lot now, you know. And for me to really be committed to compete is a huge deal. Like, it has to be something like the 40 and over, which has never happened before, you know. So I mean, it really depends, you know. I really have to think about it and sleep on it. I can't just react and be like, yeah, I'm gonna compete. It really has to be a meaning, a purpose to do it.
It's got to be the perfect, like, scenario. Like, oh,
yeah,
the right moment, the right time, the right, when it feels right, you just go for it, right?
I mean, Sam, I'm 42 years old, bro. I mean, I'm not getting any younger. I still want to produce music. I still want to DJ. Hey. I still want to host my own shows.
I want to make awesome music, by the way. Just throwing that out there. If people, you know, if you're not listening to Wicked yet, at the end, Wicked's gonna tell you everything you need to know on where to find his music and more stuff, definitely. But anyways, Wicked, when I watched these battles, I just wanted to say that, you know, I was with you the whole time. Like, from the first round to the last round, I was like, yo, Wicked is feeling it, and, you know, just that positive energy, right? Just feeling it, just going for it, and what you've just been talking about, and that's just really great. So for me personally, and I think a lot of people might just say the same, we would love to see you in the next edition, definitely, right? But that's, of course, that's up to you. We don't want to pressurize you or anything. But, you know, we know you got fans, bro. You got fans.
Hey, I mean, I appreciate that, and I recognize it. I love breaking. You know, this is my life. It just really depends on the moment. And if it works out, I'm gonna be battling, bro. I need that delusional feeling. You know, if I don't got that delusional feeling, then you probably won't see me.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about like teaching and stuff, because I saw you do like online classes and stuff like that. So maybe it would be a great moment to talk about it and share some info on that. That would be great.
Yeah, teaching online is just something that I had to get used to. At first, I was against it because the feeling, the vibe wasn't there. I didn't know how to run. I didn't know how to work Zoom. I still don't know how to work it. I don't know how to record my sessions. I'm like,
complicated.
It's another hat that I got to put on, you know. So it took a lot of practice, and I dig it. You know, I love the connection. It's a different way of teaching. You have to be really simple and detailed, and you know, is another word. And what I like to do is I offer workshops online. It's all levels. You know, I want everybody to join and to understand where I came from and how I was taught and what I think is great for your skill level at this moment. You know, I don't want to separate it and be like, okay, it's beginners and then mid and then advanced. I want everybody together so you can understand what I would teach an advanced breaker, you know, or, you know, just being in the moment and understand or hearing the stories behind what I'm teaching is just as good as learning the moves, you know, because you got to understand where and why I'm teaching this way. I mean, that's the most important thing that I learned from hanging out with Wiggles and Flow and Freeze is, of course, you know, they taught me how to do footwork, how to dance. But what I have aside from that is the stories that they told me, how they did these moves, why, you know, what music,
it gave everything meaning.
The meaning means everything. Like where all this came from. If you don't understand where this move came from, how it came about, why it's performed this way, then it's just gonna look like a robotic move on you. You know, I do the moves because I know, because Kenny looked this way, because Frosty Freeze looked, because Mr. Freeze did this. You know, there's a meaning. There's a huge gap between the move and the story where it came, and people need to understand that you need to know where the story is. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people are some freshness.
I mean, right now, I got a bunch of music on my website, bboywicketbeats.com, and I'm in bboywicketbeats.com, and I'm in the process. I'm so busy I can't even make beats right now. I'm making like beat every 4 days, and it's pissing me off, you know, because I gotta do video editing. I gotta learn how to do a bow tie. I got, you know, so I'm trying to do it. Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm trying to produce music every week, and I'm trying to keep it fresh for the scene. You know, I want to keep it interesting. My beats are gonna sound, sometimes they may sound like a house vibe. They may sound like more trap with some 808 and some tight snares.
Free
it may
mind, bro.
sound like
free mind.
Huh?
Free mind.
Yeah,
you gotta have a free mind if you want to dance, bro.
I'm doing all kinds of weird shit. I'm going like making weird noises on my voice notes. You know, like shit that don't even make sense, like
and still make sense out of it.
Yes, you create the weirdest shit that way, and it makes sense at the end.
That's dope.
And then
bboywicketbeats.com. All right, get your weirdness, but also a lot of freshness. I heard a lot of your tracks, and you know you've been sharing a lot on Instagram and stuff. I hear a lot, and it's just like it's new, it's refreshing, but it still has, you know, well, I'm talking about the breaks that you share on your Instagram, right? They still have, like, I could hear that in a battle back in 2001 or something like that. You know what I mean? It still has something in it that connects deeply with the essence and what we do. And
that's what I try to capture, man. I try to capture what I'm feeling at the moment. What is this vibe giving me? Oh, this reminds me of when I was in Europe at Switzerland, and this weird beat with the break was just, and I can't remember the break, but I'm gonna try to create what my mind is telling me. You know, it really depends on where. Like, I'll start with something, and if it feels like, oh, this is like some 90s, like upper room type club shit I used to go to in Frisco, that I'm gonna try to create. You know, it really just depends on where I go in my head. And what I do is I try to not do too much, because I'm like realizing that a lot of my music that's going on, it's the last thing I want to do is confuse the dancer. You know, so I'm trying to make my music more simple, but still got that B-Boy Wicked flavor to it.
Dope. That energy. There's always raw energy in there.
Yeah.
Absolutely dope. Hey, before we finish off right here, I always like to show my guests some secret videos, some secret awesome videos. So the first one I want to show you is this one.
Close the gate.
Remember this one?
Go ahead.
Close
the gate.
So the reason I'm sharing this video, guys, this was shot at Legit Blast. You can see it on the vlog that I had with Battle Droid's crew at the Legit Blast.
Can we hear the audio from this?
In our Zoom session, but they right, but this wasn't the clip I wanted to show you. I just wanted to, you know, pop that in there just because you liked it so much. I'm going to show you something so extreme right now. I'm showing it to every guest, and I just love to see their reactions. Here we go.
glide to the the face glide to the baby freeze. Yo, the face glide to the look. Glide. That face glide was clean, bro.
You gotta
Yo,
admit,
look
right?
at this face glide.
That face.
Look at the commit. Yo, look at the commitment on this face glide right here. Yo. I mean, whoever that is on the bottom, doing the punch, deserves as much as credit as the face glide.
As the
because
guy
the
did.
face,
So I just wanted to pop that in there really quick. Why? Because you know me, man. I like to keep it raw, real hip hop, b-boy, and all that.
I love it.
But I like that
it.
raw, that raw randomness, right? I think some b-boys need to lighten up sometimes and just give it a good smile. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Sambo, somebody will turn that into a move, and do that face glide just like this into a flare, air flare, and into some. This is not even funny, really, because somebody will actually do this.
A face slide. Well, let's just pray that they have a good floor, and let's just say good moisture on the front of their face. Maybe some acne or something like that. That would be.
Hey, whatever works, bro. Whatever works. I mean, damn. That's that clip is classic right there.
Hey.
Wow.
So here you go, bro. I just wanted to share that with you. Some awesome stuff. Hey, so we're gonna finish off right here. We had a great freaking talk, man, and I'm so glad to have learned a lot of stuff, and especially for me personally, like knowing more of your background and like the people you look up to and stuff like that. And
My pleasure, bro.
I definitely would like to have you again in the future. I'm streaming every Saturday, and we're gonna have some cool concepts coming on, and I'm definitely sure we could, find a cool spot for you to join us and just do some random online stuff, right? We have the power, guys.
Hey.
We have the power. We gotta use it.
We have the power. We gotta provide, man. We gotta be the providers for our scene, and we gotta support each other. Whenever I'm free, if I got time, most definitely, I'm honored to come back if possible. I just appreciate what you're doing for the culture. You teach. I love your tutorials. It's not only the tutorials like teaching, but it's also comical. I love it. Which is because it brings another element to being a coach. It's not like you're a hardcore coach. You could be funny too, which is dope. And I think that's just really needed right now. Especially because of the pandemic. We ain't no jam, so this is something to lighten up the scene and to make everything fun again. I really appreciate what you're doing for the culture, man.
Hey, thank you so much for those kind words, bro. That's really, really appreciated. Definitely coming from you. And, I'm keeping up the good work. By the way, guys, Flare to Airflare tutorial dropping tomorrow. That's right. It's Flare to Airflare, helping people get up from that flare. Definitely a few good tips and tricks for you coming your way tomorrow. Hey, go to bboywicketbeats.com if you want that, that next level and all the info you want on Bboy Wicket. Definitely make sure you follow him on Instagram, because he's posting a lot of content, and he's doing these awesome live streams and DJing and doing like these online ciphers for people to join in. Good motivation for you to get your ass out there, because that's my tip for today, is get your ass out there. The people and the world would not notice you if you don't step out your freaking door. All right, so get you. And
also,
yeah.
Real quick, I just want to let people know that shout out to the Battle Droids for opening up the Bboy Wicket IG Live Cypher 2021. Y'all set the bar. I still want to try to get down with the crew if I can. I know I'll be the oldest member, but just let me know where I could submit my application.
So you want to join Battle Droids crew, huh?
Yeah, of course.
There might be a fee
just put
involved.
Hey, whatever it takes, just put in a good word for me. But
I'll do, man. I'll talk to the crew.
But tomorrow I want to let people know that I'm featuring the Renegade Rockers on the next Bboy Wicket IG Live Cypher. So it's gonna be live.
Hey, that's pretty legendary right there.
Yeah, all right. They've done a few things, and it'll be on my IG at Bboy Wicket at 2:00 Central Standard Time. I don't know what time it is in Europe or Asia, but 2:00 Central Standard. Bboy Wicket IG Live Cypher featuring the Renegade Rockers.
Central Standard Time is where you're from, right?
Yeah, I'm in Austin, Texas.
All right, Austin, Texas. So look it up. It's going to be a few hours later if you're from Europe. definitely check it out. You know, support my man Wicked right here. He's raw, he's real, and he's been doing it since you know we didn't even know it existed. To keep it simple. All right, hey Wicked, once again, thank you very much, bro. Peace and love. We'll stay
Anytime,
in touch.
coach.
You know,
Anytime.
you know, I'm there. I'm following you, bro. I'm close to you, man. I'm
Hey,
next to
hey,
you,
hey,
bro.
hey, hey. Before we go, let me close the show by saying this.
Tell me.
Close the gate.
Close the gates. Peace, Wicked. Thank you very much, bro.
Love you, bro.
Love you too, man. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining this Saturday night's live stream. Valuable lessons learned right here from the one and only Wicked. If you're just tuning in right now, you know, just scroll back and, you know, try and watch it when we were talking about that interesting stuff. We talked about character. We talked about, you know, how to battle and what's important when it comes to strategy and stuff like that. We went over a ton of history when it came to Bboy Wicked and his crew and his idols and stuff like that. You know, these are things you can't find anywhere. So take that knowledge in, because it will help you in the future become the better version of yourself. All right, so flare to Airflare tutorial dropping tomorrow. Definitely check that out if you're working on your flares and your Airflares. Good tips in there. And then tomorrow also, last chance to sign up for my power move class on Zoom. It's gonna be freaking awesome. What happens is, well, you join the Zoom session, it kind of almost looks like this. I show you some key exercises just like that, you know. And tomorrow we're gonna be working on flares and air flares and stuff like that. And no, we're gonna be working on flares, head spins, windmills, halos. Well, ground power at an intermediate level. So if you want to join me, head on over to my website, coachsambo.com. Look for the, you know, the event, sign up. You can get 50% off by just adding the promo code 5 push-ups. All right, and you can find it on my Instagram again. 5 push-ups. Definitely something you want to do is get that 50% off, right? So definitely join if you're working, because, you know, that's what I do, right? I'm here to help you out and take you to that next level. Thank you again for joining Bboy Wicked. You know, mad love to the guy. Mad love to you guys watching these live streams and supporting my channel all the way up to #1. All right, and have a great night. It's Saturday. I'm still gonna have an hour of class in a minute, but other than that, I'm just gonna sit back, relax, and watch a little bit of Mandalorian. And if you're into Mandalorian, definitely smash that like button down there. All right, guys, thank you very much. Talk soon. Keep training, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow in the online Zoom class. Peace and love, baby. Because at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's just all about that B-boy shit.
Are you having trouble going from a windmill to an air flare?
Whoa, how did you know, bro?
Well, I have really great news for you, because I will be showing you the smartest and most efficient way for you to learn that combo. So if you want to be able to go from a windmill to a 90, or a windmill to an air flare, or a windmill